Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and today's going to be a short session, but it's going to be something at least. So let's pull up the references that I have. I'm going to start adding more detail on this figure. I want to kind of shape her a little bit better, and I need to get her eyes in, so let's get some spheres in there. Let's pop that back up so it doesn't go away. Let's get some spheres. Let's go ahead and try to get something going. Now this is probably, to me, I think eyes are the hardest thing to me for getting the look right. When it comes down to it, you're how do you say, it's the window to the soul, right? And so if that soul's not working, something's not right. So let's see what we got. We got point to point, about midpoint right there, a little bit right there, and then we'll mirror that. See what we got. I'll need to push that in. The other thing is, if you were to duplicate this, from my understanding, it should be at least an eye width apart, right? Give or take, depending on structure your eye. So let's go just more, a little bit, and mirror and weld. That's about the same length. Let's just kind of test that out. It's about center, on center. And as you can see, we got some work to do. we got her looking a little bit sunken in with the eye. Let's see if I can get a profile. No eyes, so we'll go about that deep, just enough. Get in there, and I'll need to shape that. She looks a little alien. This is a weird. She's got like a double iris, super electronic. So let me go ahead and move towards this and see what we can get. Let's change that material. I save as a tool, Z tool, and so anytime you restart, it's gonna reset. So let's just get a decent material and start pushing and pulling a little bit. Get this this eye socket going. See what we can do to go in and out with this. So we're going to start to place the eye in here, and we'll have the eye over that, and then the main part there. Sometimes I just work it away. Give me some play, some room to play in here. Now I can build up on it. We'll just see what we get. So there we go. Very alien, right? At this point, and her brow will be right there. Let's go ahead and draw that in just for reference. We're gonna draw some brow so we know where everything is. This won't be permanent right here. We're just blocking in features, getting that going. Getting that in there. Like the last video, it was more like just back and forth, getting more subtle gestures in there. So is that where I want her eyes? I don't know. Symmetry. Just a little, because we're going down center. I think so. What do you think? It does look real alien right now, and that's how it usually goes. You just gotta start making the eye socket in for her. And the other thing was, when I was looking, sometimes I'll watch the videos that I do just to make sure the audio works and everything, and I was like looking at her cheekbone. It just kind of needs a little more definition, right? Just kind of smooth it up, build it up, put it down. Just subtle, because I wanted this to show right there a little more, and then her mouth show. It's a little too much on that. A little too much on that. Just kind of accent this in there. Little details. The mouth. Not so much, but soften that. And let's get the chin just a little bit in there. Soften that up. Cheekbones. You can see them a little bit. Just subtle. It's a subtle touch, but it's something that I wanted to see in there. I'm gonna kind of define her features just a little more skeletal, not skeletal, but a little more thin frame. Smooth that out. So, getting that. There we go. So I'm just gonna work in the eyelid in here, and then we'll just kind of bridge that up to the brow. And there's just a little bit. You see that? This is a reference, but we're gonna kind of play with this to kind of give more of a brow in there. Central point there. Soften it. Soften that. There we go. There. The other thing I needed to do, I noticed, jump around a little bit. Need to soften this up. Look in there. Chest area is a little needs refinement. I was trying to find some how you say, more anatomy like this, but this will do. This is good enough. The muscle and the fat tissue kind of connects down here, so we're gonna bridge this into this lower area here. Chisel that out on the armpit. That way there's a little more definition there. This piece might take a little longer than, you know, a quick session. It's the ones whenever you do people, it just takes a little bit longer, a little bit more time to get these definitions just right. That's okay, you know. A little bit more pinch brush. Let's pinch there to there. I need to fix her back, even though we don't see her back. I'm like, I was looking at her back on the video, and I was just like, oh man, I gotta repair some of that. Get some of this in there. We don't ever see it, but it's always like, I know it's there, right? That's the key takeaway. I know it's there. Does it matter? Probably not. So we'll get that in a minute. I'm gonna trim, do a quick curve, clip curve. Try to pull this just back up in here. You know what I gotta do? No, I didn't do it. Okay. I was gonna say I needed to mask that piece off up top, but nah, didn't. Didn't really matter. Soften everything up. The muscles back in. Fatty tissue going back in. And start forming her a little bit better. Abdominals, she has abs start there. Details back in, back and forth with the details, right? We'll get there. Back up too much. That's what's good about having the different subdivisions, is that we can actually go up and down and subdivide, undivide, keep some of the details in. So going there. Abdomen's right here. Just chisel that back in. Chisel for the abs. Close that one. Just go back and forth. We're not going to see a lot of this, but it's just good to block it in to have points for her body whenever we go back and forth. Because it's going to be covered up with the metal stuff or cybernetic stuff. But it's all good. It's all good. Smooth it out. Pushing and pulling, and I can probably just lower those a little bit. There we go. And some of this detail here, start to push. Start to see that pulling there. Started a little late today, but anything's better than nothing, right? Just trying to get some details, get some form shaped in there, and going back and forth. Pull her up just a little bit. again. And soften it back. There we go. Back and forth, back and forth. So that. I'm always curious of, you know, or not curious, but where does it go in the future, like with all this cyberpunk stuff? Will it eventually be the norm? Will it be like the next tattoo whenever you upgrade your hardware, right? Just be very common. It's not anything to be like, oh man, it's just a normal thing. So there we go. Blocking. A little bulky there. Let's change that. Too much. You barely could see it, but it was just like she was like, if I go back up, just a little too much shoulder, right? Just gotta soften that up. And let's see. Just a little bit. I don't know, maybe. Trying to move fast. The time that we got. Oh, that didn't stick. What's going on here? Skip this note. Let's just get this muscle fiber going in. Again. Chisel it away. Chisel it all away. Here we go. Defining that again. Some more. Doesn't hurt, right? There we go. So there. Cool. So we got our eyes placed. I'm thinking on the eyes, like, all right, what's the next step to go? Sometimes just moving forward, that's what you got to do. Just keep moving, and you'll get there eventually. So let's see where this goes. Let's see where it goes. All right. Define. There's some more. See distance. There you go. Okay. Alright, let's go for the eyes. Let's do it. Let's go in. Got about 5 minutes to spare. Let's see what we can do. So full eyelid. And what can we do? Let's duplicate it. And let's use the one on the top. Let's go ahead and go with this. Let's see what we got. If I can do it. Flatten. Just go up. Then we got something to work with. And scale on the gizmo and up. And we'll push this up. Something to work with, right? That's something to kind of shape, form, and get in there. Let's go with that. So we got the opened eye, and then the down. There. Gotta do it. Holding off. This is a swoop, little curve. The little woo, the little S, woo, like that. Smooth it out. Oh man, not where I want it to be, but that's okay. We're gonna push and pull and then dynamesh and remesh and subdivide and get it there. And then we're gonna do this other one. We just want to block it in to where we can start building on this model to get her where she needs to be. So let's get the next one. Let's duplicate real quick. Let's do this. Clock is going. We going against clock. Where's it at? I can't find it. I'm locked up, frozen. Oh man, I can't even see. Alright, I miss it. Where does it say flatten? I just saw it. I'm looking right at it, aren't I? There it is. Went too far. Too far. There we go. And we're gonna go here, there, everywhere. Scale it up, push it in, and then let's shape that with what little time we have. We're gonna, oops, too much. What's she doing? She's not listening. She's doing her own thing. These need to connect them down. There we go. Soften that up. And then this is gonna bridge back down, so it's gotta be just is your eye, you know. Because after this we just build on it. Looking alien, looking a little alien here, but we gotta build on this. Like I said, you gotta just keep going forward, and you'll get there eventually. Hopefully, right? Eventually you'll get there, or not. Little indentation there. And a minute, 1.5 minutes to spare. On the clock, ticking away. Gonna do this. Yeah, let's duplicate that, and we're gonna bring all these to the top. Bring the eyelid to the top. Bring that to the top, and merge down. Done. Yes, and merge down. Now we got that. So turn this one off. Bring that to the top. Here we go. Let's start to shape it out. Shape her eyelid back in. This is where we'll start to build it up. Build up the muscle tissue. And it's getting close to the time. So what I need to do is dynamesh or merge these pieces. So no, and here, and remesh by union. And hopefully there's no crash. I should have saved. See what happened there? Woo, tore it up. Save it, and then I'll probably dynamesh and remesh going back in. So let's do that. Dynamesh, project, and let's see if this don't take too long. Like I said, these eyes, we're gonna have to, or I'm gonna have to work it in and just get it just right. And just keep going. See, just soften that out. Our detail held. We still got detail. The other thing is that I still have this old mesh. I can grab that detail, so that's not lost. That is not lost at all. It's just you just gotta work it back in. So I'm going to kind of start to pull this out and just start working it going. And I'm gonna go ahead and about to call this stopping point for today. We got eyes in there, we got eyeballs, and then depending on the look, how we're gonna do this, and how much time, you know, like that's really what it comes down to. How much time are we gonna put into this? Yeah, I want it to look right, so I will probably spend more time on the eyes than anything, because right, that's that doorway to the soul, to your mind, right? This is kind of getting some of that detail back in there. Get that eyelid back in there, thicken it up, put it down. No, I'll need to remesh it and do some more in there, and then we'll probably crease it up right here for her eyelid somewhere, and then we'll brush this back out to kind of fill in that space, fill it in, and push it and pull in the brow, getting it worked in there. Woo! Something's going on there, but we're gonna call it a day. And you know, it is a short video today. Had to do something before I got on here, so that's where that ended up. But we're gonna continue on, push on to get it right, get our features just right. We'll get there. It's just, this is the learning, the fun, the process, getting it going. So we got our eyes kind of somewhat in there. Still want to work them. Don't be too harsh. But yeah, we got them in there. And then once we get the hair and everything else going in, and I still see some more on the body I need to fix. But eventually, we're gonna get where we need to be. That main core structure. That back. Gotta get that back fixed. Oh well, we'll get that tomorrow or something, or within the next few days. So hopefully this, you know, was entertaining, short, but you know, not every day is gonna be, you know, a little, you know, as long as the other one. So hope everybody's doing well, and thanks for tuning in. Later.